Good evening, 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 and welcome to another edition of Ohm Service Live.
Yeah. Dating.
Screw you guys, I'm off.
Screw you guys, I'm getting hit.
What?
Hello.
Did I miss the memo about 420 day or something?
Hello, everybody. How are you doing?
Hello, puppies. I'll have a pint of whatever Mark's been drinking.
Yeah, he's been on a roll even before we went live.
Oh, trust me, I've been ranting and ranting.
It's been interesting.
Hasn't it been? It's been a very interesting week. Very interesting. Well, it's been an interesting since the 1st of May.
Yes.
And we are only 5 days into it.
The majestic Mullen has been hobbled.
Everyone's been hobbled.
YouTube appear to have gone insane.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't fully there in the first place.
No, I said YouTube, not YouTube.
I thought you said you too.
No, darling.
Oh, YouTube's gone blooming absolutely ding dong. What was it? Green, Vic, J.A.'s,
Yeah, and
Matt Cullen.
thou shalt not live on other people's channels, otherwise you will get smack over the head with a hammer.
Yeah, no, you're not allowed to go on someone else's channel.
So wait, you're not allowed to get what?
Yeah, if you get a strike,
Uh-huh.
and I go on to somebody else's, for argument's sake, this channel gets a strike, and then I go on to somebody else's live show, they could get a strike for it.
Okay, that explains a lot then.
So I don't know how, because I believe Grim Green went on Bogans. But I don't know.
Anyway.
It's honestly, the thing that really got me, I mean, we all know about the links, that we're not allowed to use links. I mean, I say at the end of every review that I do, that links are not allowed. It's a YouTube policy. And we've all been doing it for God knows how long. What is it, about 3-4 years now? Now, if you actually show a website address, so a box, so you've got a box, and you're showing the picture of the box and what's inside the box and all that. If that has got a URL website on it, you can get a strike for it. If you mention a website, you can get a strike for it. If it's under the prohibited products section.
So, we've had a think, we've had a chat, and if you want links or whatever, or find out more about something we've chatted about, you're going to have to go over to the Facebook group. That's all we're going to say. Yeah? We enjoy doing the show. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate it. Present from the wonderful man sat over there. Sorry, down there.
It is rather a good t-shirt.
It's a gorgeous t-shirt.
Oh yeah.
His birthday present. He's fab. So, YouTube is fast becoming a Nazi state. That is another conversation we had just prior to the cameras going on. Now, when YouTube first launched, was this not supposed to be the platform for free speech for the adventure?
Let's be right, there's never been free speech anyway, ever.
No, fair enough, but
and you can
as long as
understand why. No, what I was saying is you can understand why YouTube have put certain things in place. When you start looking at the community guidelines and some of the things that they're obviously pornography, drug taking, that kind of thing, and there's a lot of other bits and pieces that you think, yeah, that's a bit harmful. Yeah, I wouldn't want my kids looking at things like that. Them I can totally get. But the way that they're going for vaping is a bit... Especially when you've got knife videos. You've got marijuana videos. You've got alcohol videos. You've got cigar videos.
Brazilian waxing.
Exactly. I mean, and let's face it, there is even what I would constitute as very, very extremely mild porn on YouTube.
Dear God, have they been showing clips of Channel 5 again?
Well, put it this way, there was one which was a fashion show, and all they was using was tape. It was rather good, actually, I've got to admit, but...
Send me the link.
Sorry, no links allowed.
Facebook group.
Which was, I've got to admit, was rather nice. It was quite interesting. But yeah, considering what's actually on YouTube and the way that they're going after vaping is ridiculous.
Yes.
But the thing is, I mean, I'm on the their community guidelines just now, and there's a lot on that community guidelines that they're still fucking letting people away with.
Oh, yeah.
Alcohol, still on it. Firearms and certain firearm accessories, still on it. Where am I?
And I know there's definitely marijuana channels.
Yeah, controlled narcotics and other drugs. But the thing is, though, now there's a majority of states in the US where it's legal.
Yeah, but it's legal to vape.
Yeah. But the thing, I mean, the thing is, and I've spoke about it before. It's follow the money trail.
I don't know. I think there's something more to it. I really do. There's an underlying something that we are definitely not aware of. When you think about it, I mean, people, even as big as our Vic is, in the reality of YouTube subscribers, even Vic is tiny. He's a tiny reviewer. So when they're going after people like our Aiden, me, and quite a few other people, it's so like you are dredging the lowest of the low to make your point across.
Well,
And I mean, I'm not sort of like dissing myself. I mean, what I've got just shy of 4,500 subscribers, which is I am very grateful. But in the grand scheme of things, we are so tiny.
yeah, but unfortunately, anti-vape rhetoric wins votes.
Lethal
Otherwise,
goals, fist bump.
Biden
Right,
wouldn't have thrown it in. You know what I mean?
I've just Googled just now, right? Why is YouTube targeting vaping? And it came up right at the very top. Vaping content on sites like YouTube matters because research shows that exposure to pro-tobacco messages on social media can lead to youth trying tobacco products.
Bullshit. Call bullshit on that.
Honestly, good, right at the very top of the page. And this is from the truthinitiative.org.
Yeah, say no more. That bunch of
liars.
tards. I did censor that comment. Bless them. Right. Well, before we continue our smiliness, should we say hello to the wonderful people that have joined us this evening?
Go on, then.
Thank you.
Say hello to these wonderful people.
Hello, wonderful peeps. Hey, up me duck. Good evening, you handsome devil. Bill Richards. Mwah, darling. Black Country Vapor. Good evening, Stevie and Jasper. Dawn W. Honk, honk. Dion78. Good evening, sir. Flexi M's. Safety.
Foxy! Fist bump! Was it only 3 weeks to go?
Fee, darling, sweetie. Uggles.
Hang on a minute. Whoa. Fee! Uggles!
John Vaping Joker, good evening, sir. Kev WXM, good evening.
XM coming to you live.
Chris Lethal Coils, balls. Mark H, good luck with that wrist injury, dude. Stop watching those videos.
RSI's a bitch, innit?
Alan, good evening, sir.
Good.
I hope you're well, Orions. UK Andy, legend. Good evening, sir. Buddy. Rose. Couple of weeks.
Time.
Zan, good evening, sir.
What's up, Zan?
Thank you for joining us. And I know Gailey's in there somewhere. And I think also Pasty.
Pasty.
Balls. What else we got? I'm just double checking. We got. I think, unless somebody snuck in my back door, John Bacon Joker. Yeah, we've got. I believe.
3 weeks till Huggles.
I know. I can't wait.
Snowman. Fist bump.
Snowman, dude. Oh no.
Oh.
I hope she's all right, mate. Bless her.
Oh, bless. Give her a hug from us, won't you, Dan?
Chris Warnock seen go. I'm cracking up here. Oh, excellent. Hey, up, are you at Expo? Excellent.
Hey, Up's got a question for you.
What's that?
Does BFG live in Crime Central for the UK? It's every week.
What, with the boys in blue?
He's got a fire engine. He's got a fire engine. He's got a fire station just round the corner from him.
Just round corner.
Literally.
And I also live on the busiest junction in town, so we do get the boys in blue flying round the corner.
So the answer to your question is yes.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah, I'm OG, mate. Original grandpa.
See, it's his perfect place to hide his stash because all coppers are all around him. They won't think of looking at in his place.
And everything's on these babies, so if they do, it's going in the microwave.
I always wondered why you had quite a few microwaves.
Oh, what can I say, mate? Oh no, Bill!
Oh,
That's
Bill!
shame.
Oh gosh! Oh, sorry to hear, buddy.
Norse, good evening, sir.
Norse, fist bump. Hope you're all right.
Yeah, Dawn can back that one up. It is Crime Central. I was reading the sign in the local car park, and when the council's put up signs saying that anybody caught urinating or defecating in any area other than a public toilet faces a maximum fine of X, you have to start wondering. The best weed grow I've ever heard of was in an old disused police station, apparently around for years without them knowing.
Did he look like a little blue box?
Doctor.
Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson, fist bump.
Oh no, that's a scary thought. Doctor Who with blood. Ooh. I prefer the cloud behind the reverse proxy VPN. And you must wear a shirt.
A shirt?
What, when you're pissing and defecating?
Apparently.
See, we've
Mine.
got them signs, but it's for dogs.
No, this is for human beings.
Yeah.
And it also says if you're caught with alcohol, they can ask you for it, and if you don't give it to them, you will be fined X.
Really? Well,
Yes.
I suppose it's one way of getting cheap booze. Give us your drink.
I just need to find one of them PSO uniforms on a line somewhere, you know. Right, boys, Hand it over.
Yes, well, I mean, it's like Glasgow. I mean, I don't know if it's for the whole of Scotland, but Glasgow, you can't physically walk around with an open can of alcohol or a bottle of alcohol in your hand.
Oh God, she's just reminded me.
I think that's in here as well, isn't it?
What's that?
I don't think we're allowed to have an open bottle of alcohol
Oh no.
walking in streets.
No, Dawn's just reminded me the shirt thing was the sign at the back of the local Witherspoons, and it's you must wear a shirt in this area because it's in the big garden at the back. Yeah.
You got to wear a shirt.
Yeah, everything else is optional.
You can have your tackle hanging out, but as long as you're wearing a shirt, you're fine.
Bit of tie around it.
How's our internet doing anyway? Because it looks a bit.
It's all right.
Yeah, seems all right. Are we looking all right, guys? Are we sounding all right?
I appear to have jittered a bit on mine. But...
Yeah, I've noticed you a bit of jittery. Yeah, like now.
Yeah.
Sorry, Josie just sent me a message saying she's ordered a pair of chunkers, and I went, "What the fucking hell's a pair of chunkers?" Apparently, it's thinning scissors.
It's a what? Sorry.
Thinning scissors.
Thinning scissors.
Yes, for the doggies. She just said, I've ordered a pair of chunkers. What the fucking hell's a pair of chunkers? I thought it was a euphemism for something else. Didn't know you could buy bollocks off of Amazon.
Read some of the reviews, you can. Have you noticed, actually, I was looking for some stuff, daughter's birthday's coming up, and we were looking through stuff. The amount of reviews for products that is for something completely unrelated is getting ridiculous.
Wow, what do you mean?
Well, like we were looking at t-shirts and stuff, and in the review queue, which was counting towards its star count, was stuff for non-clothing items.
Yeah, I think see when you get into it, see when you go into like an item, whatever it is, if you go to the top of the page, it'll tell you, you know, who's selling it, and it'll be every review from that shop probably.
That's a bit naughty, isn't it?
Because I have noticed that before. I mean, you're looking at something, the next minute it pops up a review, great microwave. You don't fucking look at that microwave.
You can just see that somebody's looking at the G-Class too, and he's like, fuck it, microwaves as well. Dear Mr. Mullen.
A butt plug review underneath fits perfectly.
Oh, bless you. Bill, YouTube just booted you. You haven't got a URL on your t-shirt, have you?
But yeah, I mean, there's a thing that, and it was Mark that said it just before we came live. This is a thing as well. What, as you said, Mark, what about people wearing t-shirts? What about stuff in the background?
Yeah.
How far are they literally going to take this?
If I want to get Pornhub tattooed on my arm, the link...
I just got one that says, fuck YouTube.
Thank you, Fee.
I really do think that it's getting to the stage where I think another platform is needed.
But again, there's your problem. Let's draw the analogy of computer operating systems. Yeah? You've either got Windows or you've got Apple.
Yeah.
If you don't want to be tied to those two, you've got Linux. Linux is great until you want to work from home. And all of a sudden you realise that the software that work uses, that's on Apple and Windows, doesn't work on Linux. And the analogy's there for YouTube.
Oh, yeah, I mean, totally. But there must be there's going to have to be.
Somebody somewhere potentially could make a lot of money out of this. I have the horrible feeling it will be tied to Facebook or Google. Well, YouTube's Google, isn't it? So, you know, you're looking at Facebook, Twitter, whatever. If one of them
I mean,
launches,
I've even heard that Twitch is getting a bit iffy and all.
Twitch is starting to get into that money making part of its model, isn't it?
So somebody mentioned another platform. I saw it on somebody else's post, and for the life of me, I can't remember the name of the damn platform that they mentioned. Bugger.
Amazon, yeah, they've already got the server farms. They could quite easily do it. Evening, Grateful. Evening, Klaus.
Grateful.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I'm surprised Amazon haven't gone into it already, to be honest.
Well, I heard that Amazon was going to have their own.
Yeah, but they've been saying that for about the last 4 years.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I remember yonks ago, Vic mentioned it.
But the problem is, you've got, like, Prime. They're suffering from the same problem that Netflix is. Great if you love the older stuff, but the newer stuff, you're going to pay through the chuffing nose for.
See, yeah. It's like what A-Ups just turned around and said. Yeah, right, the second most search engine is YouTube. There's no getting away from it. But the way that YouTube is turning, I mean, this goes all the way back to when the Logan Paul, or whatever his name is, was doing all that lot, and he was getting companies moving away from YouTube because of, obviously, they didn't want their product being associated with dodgy blooming YouTube channels. I mean, it all goes back all the way from there. The thing is, though, with YouTube, has it got too big for its own boots now? And it's having to regulate that much that you can appreciate it in one sense. There's that many videos being uploaded every minute. I mean, I forget what the quote is, but how do you regulate that?
No, you ain't.
You're never going to. So they have to put carpet restrictions. So obviously they've got the bots doing the carpet restrictions. So I don't think it's a personal thing. I think it's just how they've got to do it across the board.
I'd go with that, but eventually that is going to damage the bread and butter stuff.
Oh yeah, of course it is.
And I'm not saying vaping is bread and butter, because it's not. It's a very niche, very small market. The only reason that it's important is because we find it important.
Yeah.
It's all about perspective. I could be stood next to the wall of a bungalow. Looks exactly the same as the Empire State Building if I'm stood just as close.
Yeah, it does if you're Vic.
Garden wall looks the same if you're Vic. And I hope the gorgeous fellow will pop up in chat, because it'd be nice to see the old boy. I might even give him a hug at Expo and scare the living shit out of him. What? He doesn't do hugs from fellas, does he?
He does.
Yeah, he does. I've always had a hug off of Vic.
Well, I feel like I've been fucking picked on then.
Yeah, but the thing is, when somebody comes to give, it's like you and Zan standing together, somebody comes to give you two guys because of your size a hug, you're hugging a fucking belly button.
Yeah, you two, I mean, let's face it, if you want to hug me, I'm way too close to your crotch.
No.
Just panic to hear that. Oh, these teeth are
so like, that's it, Mark, that's nice.
Take your teeth out.
You ever thought about dressing like a choir boy?
You got a pretty mouth, boy.
And it's gone downhill already. And we are merely half an hour in.
Hey, we've done well. Yeah, I think I'd give a good huggle.
And Dawn says that's the joy of being short.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No. But I tell you one thing, I'm perfect boob height. I can quite happily snuggle.
Fee. Oh, Fee. Have we really hit those sort of depths? 30 minutes is pretty tame.
Seen it, Mr. Anderson?
Just handed my nose. Gregson never find anyone as good as me to fill that role. Oh my God. Charles.
I like that one.
Yes, Bill, so do I. And these many, many wonderful people.
Oh,
Did SoulOhm just do motorboat act? No.
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 No, not at all.
No.
What's a motorboat?
You know where you get them down, you come.
I know. Everyone likes a bosom for a pillow.
Yes. Yes, they do.
I'm sure there's a song about that as well.
Does anybody else punch the pillows to fluff them up a bit in the night?
No!
if I do that, Jude normally gives me a kicking.
Okay, you got me. I'm a booby man.
No.
You got me.
Perhaps. I say.
I say. With my reputation.
Of course, we're very drunk. Oh no! I mean, this is
Quack, quack, quack.
Stop it!
I thought he was channeling his inner Jimmy Savile there for a second.
I've got a letter here.
Dear Uncle Jim, can you fix it for me? I can break it, son. Right. Anyway.
Go on, you were saying.
Yeah, that's just completely gone out of my head now. Thank you so much. No, but the enforcement of thou shalt not appear on somebody else's live show if your channel has a strike.
Yeah.
I can't see how they're enforcing that.
No, I can't.
Because the rules state you can't use your channel. It doesn't say about appearing on anybody else's. In the same way, if you had a Twitter ban, it doesn't stop you from appearing on Facebook. So what's the crack?
Different company.
Yeah, I know, but it's an analogy. You know, it's a different thing. The channel, yes, it's hosted by the same people, but unless that strike warning specifically says thou shalt not use anybody else's channel or thou shalt not appear on YouTube.
Yeah, I think it's a bit wrong.
It's bang out. You're right, Bill, but again, it's just like Aop said. Where else are you going to go?
And that is, I think that is another one of their problems, is that they know that if you don't like it, leave. They're not bothered. And like I said before about the sizes of even the biggest vape reviewer, I'm talking about worldwide on YouTube, the biggest vape reviewer is still pretty much small fry in the grand scheme of things of YouTube reviewers or YouTube creators or whatever you want to call them. I mean, we are just so small. It's unbelievable. I mean, some 12-year-old that's all they do is play around with Jello stuff gets more views than we could ever dream about getting. For one video, they've got more views than I've got on my old channel. I mean, honestly, I kid you not. You wouldn't believe how small the vaping community is on YouTube.
It's time to get the go out, mate. Dress up like Angus.
Honestly, I will never forget. Fern, me niece, our Aiden's youngest, she were upstairs watching YouTube, and it was that slime stuff.
Yeah.
And it was recorded. You could tell it were a phone. It wouldn't have been an expensive phone or anything like that. And it was this young kid, literally pulled it out of the tub, this slime, and then was just manipulating it with his hand, holding phone in other hand, right? Slime.
Yeah.
Enjoying this, aren't you?
So
he's holding it in this hand and manipulating it like this.
Did he wipe it on the curtains when he was finished?
I've just realised what it looks like.
Yes, that's why I was laughing.
And honestly, that video had got 50k views.
Yeah.
50k views. And it was the most shittiest, poorly produced video ever.
Yeah, but it's amazing what you'll click the thumbs up on at 3 o'clock in the morning.
No, and you know the thing as well. Have you noticed that you get a lot of young kids now? You get parents sitting, giving their kids, "There's my iPad," and they sit and watch the biggest load of shit because in at all keep a child entertained. So the parents just hitting subscribe to all these kind of kids channels. And as you say, Mark, that's what's getting these massive followings on YouTube. I mean, there's one here just now, Coco Melon, nursery rhymes, subscribers 128 million.
Now that's a subscriber count.
Exactly. Honestly, you won't believe how small we are.
Yeah. Well, we always are going to be. Like I say, we're a niche market. You know.
Jules just sent me She's just sent me a message. Off to make a video with your slime hobby.
Oh no, here we come. Hold on. OnlyFans. We can charge. See, I mean, we were having a conversation at work, yeah? And there was some pretty holier than thou views coming out sort of around the internet and things, yeah. And I was like, you do realise if porn on the internet never existed, you wouldn't be watching Netflix. And they're like, you what? What they got? That's not right. What they got to do with each other? Video streaming was invented by the porn industry. YouTube uses code and methods that were started by the porn industry. Netflix, Disney Plus. So all these holier than thou don't knock what gave you the basics. You know what I mean? It's got to start somewhere. So with YouTube, and where I'm going with this on the vaping side, we might only be small, but we're at the tip of the iceberg. Yeah? What's next?
Jeez, I've just read what my ducks just put. Mr. Beast has over 60 million on his main account, but has 5 or more accounts. He's been able to add revenue and sponsor to be able to spend 2 million on making one video.
Jesus. Yes, Doug, you helped build YouTube with your live Jasmine habits. I'll be asking for royalties, son. Might pay for the RSI operation. But, you know.
But I tell you one thing, and this is probably... a lot of people probably don't know this, but I am seriously thinking, is this actually... I mean, not the live show, but the actual reviewing side of things. I'm seriously thinking, is it actually worth all the hassle? I genuinely am. As much as I enjoy doing the reviews and as much as I enjoy doing the channel, let's face it, I've put nearly 7 years into this channel. I'm getting to the point where, do you know something? Is it really worth it? Is it worth the actual time that I spend away from family? Come home after a 12-hour shift and you're cracking on with it, and it does get to you to the point where, is it really worth all the hassle?
Yeah, because I mean, your time's not your own.
Mm.
I mean, and the thing is as well, you're also getting hassled by companies. When's the review coming out? Why have you not put that review out?
Oh yeah.
We sent you received the device yesterday, so why is and it's a lot of pressure. It's a hell of a lot of pressure.
It seems to me personally, I mean, I can't say for other reviewers, I can't, but for me personally, I find that you've got your own pressure that you put on yourself anyway. The added pressure of sort of like now you're having to be careful what you say, what you do, actually putting a review out. You've also, like you've just said, you've got the pressure of now vape companies actually wanting you to review a product that they've only give you at least 5 days ago, wind it up already. They're not only wanting you to do that, they're wanting you to post photos and pictures on Instagram and Facebook and everything. And you're getting all that pressurized, and they're still pressurizing you to put their links and codes in your description as well. It's gone from a hobby to, I wouldn't say it's a chore yet, but it's getting that way.
It's getting that way.
And then when you saw like, now that I've got to age restrict me content, see, this is another thing. I've got no problem with age restricting my content. That is not the issue. The issue that I have with it is that because now that I age restrict my videos, less people watch it. Because not only do people watch it on the actual YouTube platform, but they also watch it on said websites of other vaping products. So you will get companies, not in this country, all over the world, that will use your video to promote said product. So it's on their website. So obviously that's why you're also getting traffic to actually getting views. Now most of the people that are getting views from that way, they're people that are not logged in. And it's that and honestly, I can categorically, I can prove it that as soon as you have your age restricted video goes up, the views drop drastically, and I mean big time. So it's so like it's getting to the stage where, is it worth the hassle? Because let's be right, if we're going to be totally honest here as well, the products that's coming out at the present moment in time, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with them, but they're AIOs, and the AIOs now that are in a different coloured packaging, but it's basically the same version as they released 3 months ago.
There does feel to be a bit of a cash grab coming out of China at the minute.
Oh God, seriously, I haven't seen anything that's so like made me go wow for ages.
You don't hug enough people.
Well,
He's going to make up for it in 2 weeks' time, though.
oh, I am so going to make it up for it. Yeah, it's. I love doing it. I love reviewing. I mean, like I said, I've been doing this for 7 years, and I've put a lot of time and effort into this little channel of mine. I mean, I know it's not massive or anything like that, but I've tried to keep away from drama. I don't have Patreon. I don't have monetization or anything like that. Yes, I have tried it, but it didn't last very long. And I do this for pleasure. I don't do it to gain financial benefits. There's none. I've never sold a vape product. All the vape products that I've ever got that I don't use, I give them away. All of them, I give them away. And I know there's a certain gentleman that can agree to with that one, but I
Oh,
do.
yes.
And there's a couple of people in chat that know that. I just give stuff away. I've never sold a thing. So financially, I'm not gaining a penny out of YouTube. One bit. So
There was no need for that answer, Ale. Faxi asked what he missed in the last 15 minutes, and Ale put Faxi M's porn talk. Some vapey bits, mostly porn talk. Yeah, you know, I mean, it. Some people do, whatever. That's down to them. But you know, Mark's always been very generous with the stuff he gets in. If somebody's having a problem, he's the first one to go rooting in the cupboard and say, "Try this." You know, and you walk out. Some of the stuff he's passed on to me, I've passed on to people at work who were wanting to get into vaping. They didn't want to pay out for a device. So I've said, hold on, brought it in the next day. Some of these people are now vaping because of this. You know, that's how you do it.
yeah.
You know,
I think it's how we've all done. We've all done it. Do you know what I mean? It's just one of these things.
So this, I think this is why, I won't say it hurts, but it's so
I agree.
like, neutrality, fist bump. It's so like, yeah, it's so like, it does put a dampener on things. That's the way I'm going to put it. It does put a dampener when, so like, you are being pulled from various directions over a hobby.
It's
And
no
top and
longer,
bottom of it, this is a hobby. This isn't my job. This is my hobby. It's something I enjoy to do. This is like me going golfing or playing football or whatever, or going down the pub and playing snooker with me like mates.
but
This is
but
what I do.
But the thing is though, with when this all started and people started to do the vape review and stuff as a hobby, the pressure wasn't there. Now the pressure's increasing by the vape companies, by YouTube and various other manufacturers and things like that. And I think that's when it starts to put a lot of stress on vape reviewers. And the reviewers like yourself are saying, is it worth it? What do you actually gain? What benefit do you get out of it at the end of the day? Grief.
look how many new reviewers there was back in sort of 2017, 2018. There was a real burst of new reviewers. There was a lot of fresh faces. There was a lot of different styles and things like that. You're not seeing that.
No.
You are not seeing it.
But then again, on the other side of the coin there, Steve, I think a lot of people were jumping in the bandwagon and think they were going to get free shit.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
there was a hell of a lot of that. I mean, you found it at Expo as well. There was a lot of people starting up, you know, fake vape channels to get their free tickets for Expo.
Oh yeah, there were a hell of a lot of that, weren't there? I mean, I don't think it was the last October, but the
There was one
May
before.
before that. You had to prove everything.
Oh, yeah.
They wanted your channel and everything, alt details, website, everything.
Faxi, no, not tried it yet, mate. I've only seen one place actually selling it. The bar cream soda.
Oh, bar cream soda's gorgeous.
Yet to experiment. But I've got, speaking of which, new things. The axe throwing last week.
Oh yeah, you looked
that looked
ace.
good. That looked good.
Off crossbow shooting this weekend. Same place.
Don, run if you tell Ashley put an apple in your head.
I'm more worried about hearing a twanging noise behind me.
That's just a
Snow,
nick.
will you, you bastard?
That's just a knicker elastic going.
Stop it. But no, apparently it turns out I have skills at throwing sharp things at wood. Which is always nice to know. Come the zombie apocalypse. As long as I stood in front of a shed.
I've still got me bow in shed.
Bloody hell. Well, it was a toss-up between archery.
I'm Well, I used to be quite mean with a pair of arrows. Pair of arrows. And I used to be, before I got married, in fact, before I met Jan, I used to go shooting and all sorts. Used to love it. Did it from being young.
Read the comment from Dawn, Stevie. I'm in danger.
Steve with a fruit bowl at Carmen Miranda. Fucking hit it now.
That's a good way, Charles. Oh, I love our Thursdays.
Yes.
You know, the thing is, Charles, you're probably right. That is probably the way it's going to have to go. But then again, it only takes that one little thing and they jump on it, and that's a live show fucking shut down as well. So is it worth even doing that?
Yeah.
I mean, I know we, as I fucking hate this, a vape show as such, very rarely do we spend a whole show talking about vaping gear. We talk about other things in general, but is it going to get to the stage where people would turn around and say, right, what the hell's the point in watching a live show now? Because they don't talk about vaping gear.
But we don't.
We don't. We've got our loyal chat guys and girls out there who enjoy coming in here and watching. But if YouTube is going to restrict the things so bloody much, what does it leave other vape reviewers to do? What are they going to do? How are they going to promote vaping devices if they can't do it in a review platform?
And that's good. The reason that's been so important is because of the way that vaping developed. It was word of mouth.
Yeah.
So people got used to hearing people that vaped and knew what they were talking about a device and saying, yeah, it's a good device. And that's how it all built up at the start, isn't it? But, Grim, that's how he started, wasn't it? It was like a video word of mouth. But
that's how most of them all started. Even Vic started that way. I mean, Vic was originally, he wasn't a reviewer. He was doing a vlog. That's how he started with his Jack Vape, if I remember rightly. Yeah. That's how Vic started.
With the video camera balanced on top of the telly.
Showing you all his packet of roll-up papers that he'd thrown in bin.
And a very dodgy haircut.
I can't say anything at the moment.
No, you're not quite as bobby as Vic was.
No, not quite. But I'm definitely airier.
Did I see your question? No,
yes. I would advise her to personally just go and buy some disposables. That's my advice. Going although they're the fucking scourge of the industry, but
try them on a couple of different disposables first, and if they get used to the disposables, try them on a Caliburn.
Interestingly, in the local vape shop, 2 young ladies came in this evening. One of them had dropped her Caliburn and was suffering from severe pod burnage. And the only thing I can think is, on the Caliburn, the airflow is quite tiny, isn't it? So if you dink the body on it, and stick one, she's actually managed to restrict the airflow even further. And that's the only thing I can think of that's causing the pods to burn out so damn quickly. But
I mean, if you get a box standard Caliburn one, the version 1, you can't go far wrong.
Shouldn't be more than sort of 10, 15 quid.
No, it's a cheap little starter kit. It really is. Bang on. Coils last a decent amount of time.
Same drawer as the Coco.
Yeah, but the thing is, and I've always said this to people who are first trying to go off the cigarettes and get into vaping. Don't just buy one. If you've got the money, buy 2 devices, because it gets to that stage where if your battery runs down, you're champing at the bit and you're reaching for the cigarettes again. So if you've got a second device there, and I think that's one of the good things about the disposables, you've got another one you can just pick up straight away. You don't need to worry about it.
See, the problem is with the serial competition entry. I've got a damn good idea who this is. She's got loads of mods, loads of juices, but they're designed for the advanced vapor. Yeah.
I would straight. I used to know a lad many years ago, and I got him into vaping, big time. And he'd gone from a simple. I mean, these were before things like the Caliburn. He'd gone from the simple starter kit, which was your C4 type of device, moved up to like your smock box mods and things like that, but kept on going back to cigarettes. And eventually, after probably spending a fair few £100, he ended up smoking again. Some people just prefer to smoke.
Yeah.
They've got it in the mindset that they'd like to try vaping, and they'll try vaping for so long, but they will eventually go back to smoking. Some people are just like that. Me personally, I think it's a little bit to do with laziness and a little bit to do with change. Some people just don't want to change. They might think that they do, but they don't. It's like them people that want to go on a diet but really don't go on a diet. It's one of them things. We're all guilty of doing it. It's one of them things. Some people are quite easily converted. I've always found that people that smoke roll-ups convert to vaping much quicker than people that smoke tailor-made. Always found it quicker because they're so used to doing things with their hands. Whereas people that buy tailor-made, they buy a packet of cigarettes, they put it in the mouth, smoke it, that's it, done, finished. And that's as much as interaction as they want with the actual device. So like I said, the closest thing that you're ever going to get to that is a disposable pod system.
I mean, it's like Bill's put. People often try and use a device that's too high output, suspect a matter one with a 50-50 would be far better. You know, it's 100%.
Johnny Gale, 6 years off the fags this month.
Bloody hell. Congrats. Dual use, yeah, that's another one. I've got a couple of mates who we started doing that, and it worked a treat because it's that first hit.
Yeah.
What we started with was sort of suggested they replaced one of the Holy Grail. So the Holy Grail for me was normally the first fag in the morning and the ones after meals.
I'm coming up to 11 years.
Bloody hell.
You know, one of my biggest regrets, I never started my channel when I first started vaping.
I've got a question for you, and it's Zan that's just kind of triggered this question, right? Zan's put up, and he's thinking of stopping vaping for good. Would the likes of yourself, Mark and Steve, and I'm going to put this out to chat as well, would you ever think of stopping vaping completely?
Nope.
No, I changed my brand. I didn't stop.
No, yeah, I'm exactly the same. If vaping was taken off the face of the earth, I'm one of them people, I would automatically go back to cigarettes. I know I would.
There'd be a gap because I know the difference in my health.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Is it just... Try to kind of put this. Do you think it's the action that you miss, the hand-to-mouth action that you would miss?
It's not the hand-to-mouth action that I missed. It's the sensation of the vapour going into my lungs that I missed. But I like I've told my story many times, I never planned on stopping smoking. I literally changed my brand. I'll briefly tell you in case somebody didn't know how I was gigging up in Redcar. And it was just when the actual smoking ban had started.
Mm-hmm.
So we was in a hotel. The hotel that we got put in, we was right at the top, and they was having renovations done. So the lift was out of action. So you had to use the stairs. Unfortunately, the stairs were long and winding. You'd go down corridors. So it took you about 15 minutes to get from the top down to the bottom. So by the time you'd had your cigarette and come back upstairs, you were ready for another cigarette. So as you do, while we were stopping there for a long weekend, we popped into Tesco's to get some milk and some bits and pieces for for the room and that. And I saw these we were called 10 motives. I've still got it now, and it was that I thought, great, that'll do me. I'll use that while I'm upstairs in room, because at the time you could vape in hotel rooms. It wasn't a problem. So that's how I started. And I'm one of these type of people. If I like something, I kind of get into it. So I start learning more about it. Now, at the time, I mean, we're talking 2011 here. There were no vape shops whatsoever in my local vicinity. There was none. The nearest vape shop that I found was actually in York. That was the nearest one. So everything was all online, and I got chatting to a guy, what was it now? Smoking Angel it was. And he was from Wales. And that's how I got into his products. And then I found Vapor Trails and all that kind, Dave Dawn and that. And that's how I got into vaping. But I never saw like, I'm going to stop smoking now.
Yeah.
I was never one of them.
See, that's why I did. I just went, I just decided to, I've had enough. And I threw, I think it was about 18 cigarettes in the bin. Threw it straight in the bin. Enough stuff. No, but it's just, I thought, it was just for what Zan said there, how many people would eventually give up vaping, or if things changed in the UK or whatever, would they completely stop vaping? Would they go back to the cigarettes?
I think a lot would go back to the fags. It's more about the nicotine than anything else.
It's not only that. I mean, when I've tried to stop smoking, I've used patches and things like that. It's not the hand to mouth for me. It's that, it's hard to explain. It's so like that inhalation.
Mm-hmm.
I missed that. The hand to mouth bit, no, that never bothered me. That it still doesn't bother me. It's that actual sensation of drawing the vapor into your
warm smoke into your lungs, kind of thing.
Yeah.
See, for me, it was the opposite. When I gave up smoking, it was the hand to mouth action that I missed. Especially when I was in a pub at the weekend. Bloody hell! What the fuck do I do with my hands now? And you couldn't masturbate in the pub at the time, so
you still can't.
See, some of the pubs I go to.
Yeah, a lot of people, it's the throat hip.
Yeah.
People think it's that hand to mouth action. It's not. It's that. Oh, it's weird. It's hard to explain.
I think it's the. I mean, as Steve said, it's like that first cigarette in the morning. It's the cigarette after you have a cup of coffee or you have a bite to eat. It's that moment, isn't it? It's
yeah.
Yeah, the one where you know you're not going to kill him.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people alive, and many reasons I'm not in prison, and most of them had Regal printed across the filter. So, the satisfaction, I'd go with that one. And fee, I'd go with that as well.
Yeah.
Because if I get a device that doesn't give me a decent hit of vapor, it doesn't feel like I've had a hit.
I could never get on with mouth to lung. Never could get on with it.
I thought it was a lot of effort for a little.
Yeah.
I got into my mechs very, very early on in vaping. Very early on. In fact, I remember drilling out holes and modifying RDAs to make so you had more airflow and all sorts before it was really popular to have big airflows, and this was way before SoulOhming. I mean, I remember getting, less than an ohm coil in one of my builds, and it's sort of like, you can't do that. You can't. What? He's listening at home. You can't. Do you know how dangerous that is? I remember all them ones. Jeeps, it was like flying with the devil himself if you got lower than 1 ohm coil in your tank or mod or whatever.
That'll melt your bloody face off.
Yeah.
It's a bomb.
You just envision that scene in Raiders of the Lost Ark, don't you, when the Ark of Covenant and their faces are all going like that?
I'm melting.
Yeah, but it's like going back to Stevenson's rocket, isn't it? Faster than 6 miles an hour. God will strike you dead. Man's not designed to travel at such speed.
Yes, your skeleton will crumble because your body's not designed for that.
Hello, the Cloud Cartel UK. Welcome.
Indeed. First time catching it live. Oh, you poor devil. You've watched us on replay then. Bless you, sir. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate it.
Now, I was never a fan. I never found that mouth to lung. Now, when I first started, I was on 36 milligram, Nick. 36. And I just never found it. I always felt like I was craving for something a little bit more.
Yeah.
And then I found it, obviously, when I started on my mechs. I think if it had only just been... I think when I first started vaping, if I'd only just been able to have, like, my 10 motors or, you know, like your C4 type thing, I think I'd have gone back to cigarettes.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. But because, obviously, I found mechs... And it was because of the mechs that I've stayed on vaping for so long.
I think to be honest, I mean, quite a lot of people probably noticed in the chat that it's very rarely do you see me vaping on screen anymore. And I think it's for the same reason. It's not that I've actually fell out of love with vaping. I just don't get the satisfaction for a box mod. And I think when you... Before we came live, Mark, you showed your new toy on screen, and I thought, you know what? I think that's what I need to do. I think I need to go and put a set of coils back into a mech and give it a go again, because
I still think you need to be sending me that reloaded, because I think it'd look absolutely gorgeous with that underneath it.
What one?
You reloaded. Is it reloaded? It normally comes as stacked. But I wanted, it was an 21700 stacked.
Oh, the Vapor Giant.
That's it, Vapor Giant.
The Vapor Giant or the Overpower?
Yeah, that's it, Overpower. Yeah, you're going to have to send me that, because that's a 30mm, isn't it, you see? It suit that. I love this. This is absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, I think that would look amazing on a mech, actually.
Yeah. I've had it on me side piece, but my side piece is black and copper, so it just don't look quite right. This is awesome.
As I say, the thing is, I think that's what we'll do for you know. I'll get one of my mechs done. I'll give it a clean, put a new set of coils in it, and try again. Because I did enjoy vaping, although I was nicotine free. I did enjoy vaping. But just over the last few months or so, that I kind of fell out of love with it because I've
got to admit, similar to exactly what you're saying, it's so like I haven't used a proper mech for ages, and obviously I got me. It's a Death Wish Raven, if you was wondering. I got this at a very, very good price. Very, very good price. Very good price. And God, I've missed using my mechs. I didn't realise how much I miss using my mechs. It's not been out of my hand and mouth.
Norse, I did see your question, mate.
Where are we?
The current YouTube debacle makes it difficult to answer, but I think you're going to struggle, dude. They started sort of dropping off the shelves a couple of years ago.
No, so what I'll do for you, I will hunt around for you, see if there's anything here in the UK. If there is, I will get it here and ship it over to you if you want. I'll gladly do that, but I'll have to look round because I won't mind another one.
Because they are good little devices.
Fuck off. Sorry.
The Turin is a proper mech, whereas the Soulkeeper isn't a proper mech. It's a regulated mod that's designed to feel like a mech. And don't get me wrong, they are brilliant.
Is that still in stock? Let's see. Is it?
See, I wasn't too bad, Bill. One of my favourites, it was called Sue, and that was a tobacco-flavoured e-liquid. And I loved that. I mean, you must have vaped gallons of that stuff. Never wanted to go back on a cigarette.
I really couldn't do tobacco vodka.
I can't do them now. Oh, God, no. No. Well, let's face it, we've been spoilt now. I mean, the amount of different cool flavours are out there now.
Right. UL Soulkeeper, I found them on eBay for 20 quid each.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Because I'm looking at some of the more reputable areas of Google, and the only one I thought of that I would even consider sticking on the Facebook group, they're sold out. So,
now this is a company called You Vape Me, and on eBay, and they're selling them for 19.
Yeah, Miss Anderson, you can. Yeah, that's a good idea. He couldn't ship to Norway. Can't see why not. Especially with the mech. I mean, you're not shipping batteries.
yeah.
Chopper Vapes has them, according to Zan.
Yeah.
I've never used them.
Anyway, we're getting into the realms of
Yes.
URLs, so be careful, guys.
Yes.
Yeah, even if you guys put them links, we can get striked.
It's a minefield at the minute. Just slightly.
Oh, you're not kidding. Probably not. See, this is the annoying thing, isn't it? I mean, getting back to, I know we're reverting back to what we was talking about, but we're trying to help somebody, and YouTube is actually restricting us from helping them. How crazy is that?
Tell you what, my room stinks. I've just managed to blurt half a bottle of raspberry yogurt juice all over myself.
Oh dear.
That's not good. To have done it on live as well. I ain't moving for another 20 minutes yet. I have raspberry.
No, I wouldn't have thought it would have been that hard to do.
Easy faxy.
Fancy. Fancy using that word. Squirt.
I don't.
Pop yogurt, so it makes a change from knob cheese.
Do you mind, sir?
But
I'm dairy free.
You're dairy free, are you?
No cheese round here, mate.
No cheese on my what's it?
Oh, don't.
What?
Dawn bought some of them crunchy whatsits. They're like, do you remember the knickknacks?
Yeah.
They're just whatsit flavoured knickknacks. They are so weird. Bumless babies, we like to refer to them, Faxi. Helping someone. Do you think politicians and doctors would say the same about alcohol, considering it basically eats chunks of one's brain? An argument I've heard many a time, but far too many rich and powerful people enjoy an unwind with a bottle of wine and a lump of camembert. Not that Boris is one of them. That was a work meeting. I say, what's he doing?
What?
It's the Porter Facebook group.
Yeah, it's the Facebook. It's the barbecue Facebook group. It's going fucking nuts at the moment.
Yes.
Is it?
Don't they know that we are live?
That looked like you were staring at your willy.
Right, you squeeze.
That's why I'm getting this. It's even got a fucking light on.
By God, your eyesight's getting bad if you need illumination.
Hey, I fucking do.
No. When countries promote nicotinettes and all them kind of stuff, which has the same chemical compounds of what we're vaping, says a lot, doesn't it?
The only difference being it comes from Big Pharma and it's deemed to be socially acceptable.
Yeah, I mean, because let's face it, in this country we have adverts on television for Nicorettes. Nicorette sprays, patches, all them lot. They're allowed.
Yep.
They're good. They're good for you. They are good for you because they have nicotine in them. Oh yeah, ours has nicotine as well. But there you go.
So I've just realised why it blew up.
Something to do with Dick and his sausage.
Yeah.
Apparently, he wants to put the bungalow on stilts.
Yeah, it's only so he doesn't have to walk around it.
Fucking walk under it.
Oh, bless. It was past his comment about wearing wetsuits.
It's not that kind of fucking barbecue. I'm telling you that now.
Damn!
Everybody's squeaking in the back garden smelling of talcum powder.
You can see it on the weather forecast. If it's anything above 10 degrees, there'll be an outbreak of swamp ass in. Oh, bless.
There seemed to be a massive electricity, a massive ball of static electricity over Spring Boy with the fucking rubber rubbing together. Everybody's hair like that.
It'd look like breaking glass.
Fucking Tesla coil that would bring. Buzz him again! Buzz him again!
It's just the dogs running around like little.
Hi, Mike. Fist bump.
Oh, hiya, Mike.
Anyway, they all shouldn't be in your chat. They should be watching us.
I am watching you.
They are. Because I can hear it on TV downstairs.
Do you mean behave, BFG? No, I won't.
BFG behaving? Really?
Doesn't happen.
Oh, gee.
Mind saying that.
Just a quick, can I just put big love to Mike Haynes for all you guys maybe out there don't know about Mike's Global Unity. Mike's brother was, let's say, murdered by those buggers over there. And Mike and his family's been through a lot with it, and I just want big love to you, Mike. I take my hat off to you, mate. You and your family must have went through, and what you've done with this global unity is absolutely amazing. I take my hat off to you, mate. Big love. Go check it out, folks, if you haven't had a look at it.
Yes. Facebook group.
Yeah, Facebook group. Yeah, so that's us. So, ain't no floofing this week?
No floofing.
He's too busy drooling over your sausage.
Pretty much.
And Fee, you're correct. It is no fun to behave. What are you doing?
Unfortunately, there is
I was checking
UK
for
show.
drool.
You want to say?
You were checking for tonsil marks, weren't you?
Checking for drool. Checking his gag reflex.
Oh, dumb. I wandered by mistake onto TikTok again.
Oh, aye. What wonder by mistake.
There was a video, you know, the Subway sort of 3-foot sandwiches that the Americans have for parties. The hero.
Oh, not that place that you go underground from a train station or something.
No.
Next
And
door.
you're saying, have you ever dreamed of having 24 inches of meat in your mouth? And it cuts to this gay Welshman who says, 24 inches? Bugger off. 6 will have you gagging. And that was it. I lost it. I lost my shit from that point in. I've got to rewatch the video because I was laughing that hard at the expression on his face. Was I looking for tractors? I was looking for tractors, yes.
Of course you were looking for tractors.
Yes, always.
Greasy's going live on Twitch at 9 o'clock, guys.
Excellent. He will be doing some gaming, but apparently he's planning on discussing the current YouTube situation as well. So if you want to join Grizz, I'm sure he'll have a spin on this.
I'm sure there's going to be a lot of videos going to be coming out in the very near future regarding what's been going off on YouTube.
And to be honest, from some people's reactions, I think there's going to be a load of drama boiling up, but that won't affect us because we don't do that crap. But hey.
Nah, we're simple folk.
Yeah,
We can't read nor write, but I sure can drive tractor.
He's going to be killing a few zombies.
That's what I'm practicing for on Saturday. Pass me the crossbow, Celia.
I'm still disappointed with this COVID-19 thing. I was fucking hoping there was going to be loads of zombies going about.
The
thing is, though, with this COVID-19, one thing I definitely do know, we are not ready for the apocalypse.
No.
We need to be heading for Argos to nick a chainsaw surrounded by a gang of grannies.
Why a gang of grannies so they can knit more shreddies?
No. This is my cunning plan for the zombie. This is my cunning plan for the zombie apocalypse.
What? Feed them grannies?
I'm going to get myself a harem of 80-year-olds.
Hairy what?
Harem.
Harem. One, I'm not going to knacker myself by trying to keep up with them. Because if something comes out to eat me, yeah, I've got this protective layer of grannies, yeah? And if needs be, I can run a little bit faster and the zombies are going to get them before they get me. I gave this some careful thought because I thought, do I go with small children? But I thought, no, your conscience won't let you sleep. So I'm going to go for the elderly.
It would.
No,
Mine would.
I'm going for the elderly.
Yeah, but
threw
I'm
them at
in
aliens.
agreement with Duck. Let's face it, if the lack of bug roll brings the country to a halt, we ain't ready for a zombie apocalypse.
If we get a zombie apocalypse, bog roll's the last fucking thing in your mind, isn't it?
Well, I don't think you're going to be too bothered about soiling yourself, to be honest. There's going to be a few wet socks if the zombie apocalypse arrives, isn't there?
Follow the fat guy. Which way did they go? Follow the brown skid marks.
And the bits of granny. Yes. What? I'm nearly as old.
I'm in horse. I want a battle axe.
Yeah.
She's still downstairs watching TV then, I think. But
I've got my bow, so I'm alright. And I've got an axe anyway.
I can't believe you said that.
What? I've got a bow.
No. About the battle axe downstairs watching telly.
That's all right. I'm safe anyway. Just send Frodo out.
Yeah, but Pasty, let's be right. Some of those don't come back because the idiots jump onto what is effectively a giant lolly stick
She's
and
still
throw
watching.
themselves into the waves.
She's still watching, apparently. Oops.
Oh, you're in stuck.
Won't be the first time, won't be the last time. Nah.
If they're knitting shreddy. Yes, I'm going to beat zombies to death with a box of branded breakfast cereal.
Oh, Stuart! Oof, he's got wood chip wallpaper.
Oh, pick the splinters out your fucking ass. Oh no.
Hold on. Gaffer tape.
Doesn't he stick very well, to be honest with you? Pulls more hair out your ass than anything else.
Yeah, but I just think you'll have an ice cream
Don't
bun.
ask me how I fucking know that. Because I ain't getting into it.
And the other award of the week goes to that meme I saw on Facebook where it was Boba Fett and the Mandalorian, and Boba Fett says, bleaching your arsehole is technically changing your ringtone.
How many people actually tried that and used bleach?
That's just, who discovered you could do it?
That's going back to the porn industry again, though, isn't it?
Yeah. I wonder if
Well,
they
who
use
discovered you can
domestos.
Yeah, it gets right round the rim.
But who discovered you could milk cows?
The same guy that said, see that thing that's just come out of that chicken's arse? I'm going to eat it. Well, it doesn't technically come out. You know what I mean?
It's that thought of wood chip, though.
Well, it could be worse. It might be anaglypta.
Well, that's not too bad because you'd be filling the crevices, wouldn't it?
Yeah, anaglypta, I mean, it's got that soft, spongy stuff.
Yeah.
It'd be like Andrex velvet.
I'm not convinced. Too much friction and whoop.
Well, at least it's not that fucking grease-proof paper stuff you used to get. What was it? The medicated stuff.
Oh,
Aye,
I remember
that's-
getting that, especially at Yarmouth on holiday.
They always put that in caravan parks. You
Yeah,
can
Yarmouth,
break your wrist with that.
1977.
And because there was no friction, you weren't ready for it. It's just like,
I mean, how do you admit to a paper cut on your arse?
Try to read the paper at the time.
I mean, it was great if you needed tracing paper for anything, but that
Oh,
was
God,
about
yeah.
it.
Bang on for
Yeah,
that.
to put it around a comb.
Hopefully before you used it. Nice tash, Stevie.
What
I
a
hope me
flock
don't.
wallpaper
Yeah, I've always
tickles me.
wondered that.
Flock.
The beaver's anal gland? The vanilla? Who first found that one? And what was he doing?
Sniffing a beaver's bum.
So I,
Yeah, but that's like Steve's a coffee connoisseur. That's like the buggers. What is it? There's a certain animal that eats
The
coffee.
civet.
Is that what it is? Eats the coffee beans, passes it through, shits it out, and then they clean it and you fuckers drink it.
That was somebody trying to save on coffee beans. Well, just grind up some of this. It looks the same. It smells the same.
Hey, that coffee tastes shit. You think so? Try a little bit more milk in it. It's fine.
Nutty.
oh, you're so fussy.
Do you know how much that cost me?
Dumb. We tried. I always thought the Jamaican blue coffee was just. I thought that was just hype. And we actually found a packet of it in Whittards, which was going out of date, but it was still all right. And we got it on the cheap. Oh my God, that stuff is to die for. I'm not sure I could pay 25 quid for a 250 gram bag, but
Yeah, but if you're having it for a treat or something like that, it's not so
How
bad, is it?
much did you say it was, Steve, a bag?
It's about 25 quid.
That's not bad. I mean, how many cups of coffee would you get out of that?
Not enough.
Yeah, but think about it. Think about it. You go to Starbucks and get a coffee at Starbucks. What you talk, 5-6 quid?
Yeah, but I get the joy of watching somebody write a really dodgy spelling of my name on a cup, or somebody else.
Wanker.
No.
Wanker.
No, never had that.
There's also a Weevil vomit coffee. What the
Weevil vomit coffee.
So you force feed weevils coffee beans and then make them vomit them back up.
Weevil wobble what they
Well, it's
do.
no worse than that, Blunt. Is it what they do with ducks?
Geese.
Is it geese where they just
Yeah.
ram them with food?
Pate de
Foie
foie gras.
gras.
Yeah.
Yes, basically gives them liver disease. They kill the duck and then some dodgy Frenchman eats the diseased liver. Very dodgy. Mellow birds, that's not even coffee.
Mellow birds. That's nearly as bad as camp coffee.
Can you still get mellow birds? It was
Yes,
like
I
brown
think-
talcum powder.
It was bloody awful. All you could taste was, it wasn't coffee.
Is it chicory that they put
Yeah.
in it?
That's what was in the camp. God almighty, the smell of that stuff still makes me want to hurl. In fact, I haven't seen camp in ages. That was always something that was on the shelves of Iceland and things. When
But
they
you still get it. At
To
least
be
you
honest
asked.
with you, Mike, it's TVS's hot chocolate. Blooming gorgeous, that stuff, for £1.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, don't malt. Oh, that reminds me. Where's the rest of my chocolate Ovaltine gone?
We are the overseas.
Yeah, what's that? What a rock and roll lifestyle you leave, Stephen.
We are the Ovaltines.
Hey, there is nothing wrong with milk chocolate Ovaltine.
Sitting,
With a splash of Jack Daniels in it. Because I'm
Sitting there.
hard.
sitting there on the couch in his flannelette nighty.
I call it a Lemmy. I used to have 5 coffees and try a few liquids, go out as high as I can. I could be. Yes, you could, Bill, but the only problem is we would have to behead you and then remove them.
Well, guys, are we going to wrap this one up? So
Yes.
these ladies and gentlefolk can go over and see Grizzly?
Yes.
Yes. Are we going to give him a floof?
Let's give Grizzly a floof. Floof. The Grizzly floof.
Zombie floof.
Zombie floof.
Brains. Tina could smell your brains.
We haven't had those in years. Come on.
What, brains?
Brains.
Definitely not.
If there's 3 of us that are safe in a zombie apocalypse, it's us 3. It's not Wincy yet. Silk.
With the fleece lining,
Oh no.
with matching hat, wee Willy Winky.
No. It's pink silk with a little bow.
Or with the dragon on the back,
And that's my kimono, darling.
with a splash of high karate.
Nothing wrong with that, mate.
Is your face slowly melts off? We'll fucking back to that again.
No, don't.
Right, anywho. Guys, thank you once again for joining us this weird Thursday night, I think. Just keep your eyes open for what's going on in YouTube, guys, because we'll need to. Fingers crossed that it kind of blows away soon, but I doubt it. But anywho, come and join us again next Thursday, same time, same place, for maybe not more of the same next week. Maybe we'll be a bit more
God,
upbeat
no.
next week.
Definitely.
But we'll just need to wait and see. Because at the end of the day, if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be here doing this. And obviously, we bounce off you guys and vice versa. So we don't know where the chat is going to end up going. And I probably shouldn't have said that because fucking giggle ass over there. But anyhow, thanks again. As I say, join the same time, same place next week. Have a lovely weekend, and I'll see you all soon. Stephen?
No, my giggle ass was because of the comment from Graham in the Temple of Ovaltine, shine like thunder. 'Tis I. Ooh-ah. Everybody in chat, thank you. Thank you. You've chosen to spend your time with us, and that means more to us than you'll ever know. So thank you. Those on the replay, if there is any, why? But thank you. As we said, just remember going forward, guys, we can't speak the naughtiness that starts with that very late letter in the alphabet. So if we say we're going to put it in the Facebook group, we will put it in the Facebook group. Get yourself over onto the Facebook group and have a look. If you haven't, we'd like to see you over there. We would. I would also appreciate any inappropriate memes, dodgy jokes, dad jokes.
Oh, definitely dad jokes.
Yeah. And if you've got any dodgy pictures, you can DM me those. Cheers. And on that note, I shall hand you to the gaffer.
Porn links to BFG at.
Oh dear. BFG, Steve, thank you. It's been awesome. Loved this show. I've needed today, honestly. After what the week that us reviewers have had, it's been a bit of a weird week, and we know that things are getting a little bit tense out there at the present moment. A little bit tense, a little bit But you come here, we all chilled out, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Guys in chat, thank you, and thank you so much for your support. It does really mean a lot. It's one of the reasons why we're here. We do it because you guys as well. And Expo is only in 3 weeks' time, so hulls will be plentiful, and I can't wait.
It's the honks I'm looking forward to.
There's only one honk.
No, there's two of them. I counted.
Well, yeah, there's two. Yes, there is two. Yes, oh yes, there's definitely two.
I've just got visions of Bonnie turned up like fucking Total Recall.
And I can't wait, Bunny.
Oh my god.
What? What worries me more is he's telling people we give relief from stress.
What?
What did you say? You needed tonight because things are getting a little bit ooh, a little bit ah, and when they come here, all those problems disappear. That's stress relief.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you get charged for that in certain portions of cities.
Yeah, well, it's stress relief. Yeah, relief. Yeah, I'm chilled.
Executive relief, I believe it's called.
Yeah, it's what I needed.
A giant stress. Oh.
I can't answer that one.
Not about a giant.
Yeah.
They're a fair size, but they're not giant.
Somebody's got that kick in the neck.
I'm waiting for the comment. Dead man walking.
Dead man walking. And on that note, I wish you all a good night. Have a fantastic weekend. And we'll see you back here next week, 7:30, same back channel, same crazy three guys. So we say bye-bye.
I'm in stuck. She's polishing the new rocks.
Yeah, you actually, Bunny, you promised that you was bringing the bat to Expo.
No.
I hadn't forgotten.
No. No.
You getting spanked, boy.
No pegging. No.
Oh,
No.
this was, honestly, Betty, this was months and months ago. Bunny was going to bring her back to spank BFG.
Oh, right.
No.
No. She's skipping through X, but somebody's going to get it.
Yeah, me strapped to a table going, me! Paddle, no. Not happening. We haven't even got a safe word. John! No need!
2 bricks!
No! Ooh, my boys. No.
Cicero, hello!
Dude! No. Donny, sort her out. More hard. Easy, Mike. I'm coming away from Expo with my arse cheeks intact, thank you. They are not going to be minced.
What's this coming away bit?
I'm only there one night. I've got to sit down to drive and that, and just don't want to be uncomfy. What's the mistake?
And on that note, are we going to go say goodbye?
Dawn, no. Yes, we are. We're going to close down chat immediately, please. Please. Yes, please. Please.
Right, good night, all. Wave goodbye.
Bye.
That's what she said.
You're gonna get spanked. You're gonna get spanked.
But you know.
I'd pay good money for that.
You fucking pay to get spanked if you want. I'm not.
No, I'd pay good money